Hello Explorer, thanks for joining us again and welcome back to our channel. If you're joining us for the first time here at Explorer, we go beyond borders to bring you inspiring content and also some very educating information. Hopefully you found some time to have checked our previous videos. If you haven't done so, we will encourage you to do so. Today we are visiting the country of South Africa. By the end of this episode, you will know South Africa like never before. We shall look into its culture, its people, the economy of this amazing African country, and look into its history and the reason why South Africa has come a long way. So without any much delay, we shall just go straight into it. With regards to South Africa, understanding this amazing African country, South Africa is the southernmost African country. It's bordered by Botswana, Mozambique, Namibia, Swaziland, and Zimbabwe, and it surrounds the small kingdom of Lesotho. The country covers an area of just over 1,200,000 kilometers square. Compare it's larger than 4 times the size of a country like Italy, or it's less than twice the size of the US state of Texas, putting that into perspective. South Africa has a population of just over 57 million people. The country's administrative capital is Pretoria, legislative capital is Cape Town, and the judicial capital is Bloemfontein. The largest city is Johannesburg. South Africa is known to have 11 official languages, which includes Afrikaans, English, Dembele, Northern Sotho. The Sotho you have Swazi and Swana, Songa, Venda, Xhosa, and Zulu. Most spoken first languages are Zulu, Xhosa with over 16%, and Afrikaans with just over 13%. Many people want to know more a little bit about the South Africans, how they've come a long way. In understanding this, we're looking at this particular country. Most people will think of South Africa as a rainbow nation, as fondly called. South Africa is one of the most ethnically diverse countries in Africa. It was inhabited by pastoral Kikoi, the hunter-gatherers, the San, also the Xhosa and the Zulu nations, with various other indigenous tribes in this country. When Dutch settlers arrived in middle of the 17th century, much to the disadvantage of the Kikoi along southern and western coast strips. What followed was an aggressive colonial expansion for centuries, mainly of settlers of Dutch, German, and French hangouts origin. At around 1795, the British took over the Cape from the Dutch. 7 years later, the colony was returned to the Dutch government, only to come under British rule again at around 1800s. These circumstances and the rise to power of Zulu King Shaka, forcing many of the Dutch settlers to trek north and east to found their own republics there. The discovery of diamonds and gold spur wealth and immigration and intensify the subjugation of the native inhabitants until the end of the 20th century. The 1990s brought the end to apartheid with South Africa's transition to democracy and with the Nelson Mandela inauguration as South Africa's first democratically elected president in 1994. If you are new to our channel, we will encourage you to subscribe and share our videos to your different network. In moving forward, understanding this amazing African nation, Africa's third largest economy behind Nigeria and Egypt, South Africa draws hundreds of thousands of visitors each year, eager to see its impressive terrain, wildlife, and also cultural diversity. Moving forward, although South Africa has come a long way since the end of apartheid in 1994, it remains a country of vast inequality and high crimes. While the country is dotted with world-class dining, trending shops, sprawling vineyards, and also upscale safari lodges, township lacks basic infrastructure and often only a short distance away. In understanding more, in looking at the percentages, if you want to understand this interesting diversity, at around 80% of South Africa's population is black Africans, whose ancestral predated arrival of the English and the Dutch settlers at around the 17th century, in pointing out that throughout the 19th century, South African history was dominated by power struggle, as we highlighted. Among the Dutch and British, the discovery of the diamond transformed the nation entirely. Many African nationalist descendants of the Dutch pushed for race-based segregation throughout the 20th century. Their efforts eventually culminated in the introduction of apartheid in the late 1940s. The policy cemented white rule by creation a race-based caste system and limited freedoms for the country's non-white citizens. In understanding South Africa deeper a little bit more, South Africa is a multi-party republic with two legislative houses, which we've highlighted in our analysis. The country's main industries include manufacturing as well as finance, real estate, and business services. South Africa produces almost half the entire continent's electricity. In understanding the different parts that the country does businesses, it has expansion. Its agricultural services would include wheat production, sugarcane, fruits, vegetables, beef. Country also has an amazing mining industry, world's largest producer of platinum. Also, you have gold and automobiles assemblies are in this amazing African nation, and meltdown and machinery, textile, iron, steel, chemical, fertilizers are produced in this country. Also, if you understand its export level as the way this country has transformed, South Africa exports commodity would include gold, diamond, platinum, and other metals, and also minerals and machineries. The country does also import products like machinery from different countries. It does business with different nations like China, Germany, and also Saudi Arabia and India. It does have expansion in terms of its economy. It has transformed its entire economic process. But again, the country does face its own challenges. Some of the world's most famous human rights activists emerged from the apartheid movement, including the late former President Nelson Mandela and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, both Nobel Prize winners. The country has also transformed its judicial system. It has faced some challenges in recent years. While South Africa is celebrated for its large non-violent transition to democracy, it still faces a host of economic, political, and health challenges. If you are new to our channel, we would encourage you to subscribe and share our videos to your different networks. In finalizing and digging deep into this amazing African nation, the country grapples with immigration issues, high tensions, and also rising unemployment and persistent poverty. While the ruling party, the African National Congress, has increased services for country's poor, it has faced serious allegations of corruption throughout its ranks. Also, South Africa is known as a hot destination for tourists. Many international tourists visit this amazing African nation. It is known to attract different diverse cultures coming from different countries. The GDP per capita of South Africa is at just over $13, let's say 13,500 US dollars, and also it does have a mouth-watering GDP of just over 367 billion US dollars. This tells you how amazing this African nation has become and transforming its economy. In also digging deep a little bit more to understanding its international recognition, South Africa is a member of national organizations and international institutions like the United Nations, the African Union, the World Bank, and several other international organizations. South Africa has moved forward. It does have an interesting culture. It does have some of the best universities you could ever imagine around the world. It does have interesting institutions that produced good scholars, research experts. There are different financial service industries within South African's ranks. Also, it does have interesting rail networks, telecommunication. The African renowned telecommunication network company that's expanding into different regions is MTN, and this originally comes from South Africa. It does have its headquarters in Johannesburg. The multinational mobile telecommunication company. Different companies also are like Vodacom and also Cell. Different institutions. Airlines, though facing challenges most recently, South African Airlines has been known to expand the country's economy in a whole lot of ways. Also, South Africa has emerged. It has transformed. Moving forward, and also a diversification has formed some level of its strength. Some will say that South Africa has also had its own fair share of exposure. Of course, it does face other challenges like any other African nation. We look into it. South Africa was one of the only African countries to have hosted the World Cup. That also brought transformation into the nation, but it faced criticism in other ways in terms of the immigration issues and the reason why the country is trying hard to transform its image. Hopefully, we were able to inform you with regards to South Africa. If you feel that we were spot on in looking at our assessment into this amazing African nation, we would like you to subscribe to our channel and share our videos to your different network. If you feel that we've left something out, we would also like to hear from you in the comment section. For now, thanks very much for watching The Explorer. We are looking forward to meeting you in our next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.